Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Slay and Shade. If you're new to these videos, it's just me doing an average makeup look that I usually ruin by the end of the video while I talk about my personal opinion on other YouTubers and influencers, brands, things like that. Today we're going to be talking about GABBIE HANNA, aka The Gabbie Show. I had tweeted out last week that I was going to do a Slay and Shade on her, and and some things have happened since then, so I'm kind of glad that I waited. So far I went in with the Healthy foundation from Physicians Formula. I really like this foundation. I went in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I set with the Slay All Day from Gerard Cosmetics. I also went in with this NYX Professional Makeup Eye Primer, which I'm really loving. I'm going to go in with the Norvina palette today. I don't know what I want to do. Part of me kind of wants to concentrate over here. Part of me just like loves this blue and gold. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to end up with. We will find out. So I'm going to put some powder on and we will get into it. I had mentioned, I had tweeted that I liked Gabbie's new song, Monster. And as a death metal fan, like I felt like she could probably do like some pretty cool like metal vocals. And after I had tweeted that out, that's when a couple people DM'd me and said, oh, you should do a Slay and Shade on her, you know. And I mean, I had thought about it before all of this as well. So I figured in between when I tweeted that I would do it and now some things have happened. And I'm really kind of disappointed in her, to be honest, because I think that she's kind of a liar and I think that she knows that, and it's just kind of upsetting. So I'm just going to go through like I normally do when I first heard of her and like all that kind of stuff. So I think I first saw her, like I got a recommended video that was, I think it was her like talking like about some story about like a rental car company or, you know, something along those lines. And I forgot to set this primer, by the way, so that's why it creased a bit. So anyway, so I watched it and I was like, oh, you know, like she's cute and like funny, but you know, for my age range and stuff, like storytime channels like just kind of aren't really my thing. I think that there are some really cool ones, but you know, she was funny and stuff, but you know, nobody I would watch regularly, you know. And it wasn't too long, I don't think, after that when when we all saw what went down between her and Rice Gum. That's when my opinion on her kind of changed, because she told like a story throughout the night, like different times, like snapping about it and stuff. And each time it was like, it was a different story. You know, first Rice Gum had punched her in the face and he slapped her, he pushed her down and he punched her, and then it wasn't, oh, then it's just that he took her phone. He did take her phone and break it and replace it. But the way that it happened was just confusing, and it felt like she was exaggerating that, like to get views and to get sympathy, and I really don't like that. No, I don't think it's right that Rice Gum like took her phone and broke it. If I had somebody in my face like her, I may have reacted like just in the moment out of like, you know, aggravation, but I'm glad that he replaced it. It's just that, you know, I just really didn't get it. I'm like, why can't she just tell like one straight story? And that's kind of like a theme with her. I will say that as far as YouTube music people are concerned, I kind of think she's okay. Like I dig her voice. I think it's pretty great. You know, I know everybody was making fun of her, you know, with the the monster like memes and stuff. I wonder if maybe I can find a denser brush here. So I mean, aside from that, which I mean, I totally like, I don't know, she was doing a she she had to go, you know, on her channel and say all this stuff about like why she sounded that way and, you know, this is what happened and all this stuff, you know. And it's like she's really trying very hard to defend herself, but then she also acts like she isn't bothered by stuff. But she was definitely bothered by that, even though she laughed about like the memes and everything. You could tell like she was definitely a bit bothered. So, but I like the song. I didn't know at first if I liked the song or if it was just that it kept getting like stuck in my head. And, and I think I do kind of like it. Now, I think she's like 27. I don't really understand like lyrically where she's coming from. I mean, if I were like a teenager, like in my very early 20s, the lyrics would like make more sense to me. Not like they don't make sense. It's just like they're a little juvenile, I think, for her age. But, you know, as far as YouTube music goes, I am not hating on her. I think that she's pretty good. And she seems really passionate about it. And she says she takes like voice lessons and, you know, she's trying to get better and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. I think as far as, you know, the other people that do music that are sort of like in her category, at least, you know, like a Tana Mojo or something, you know, they're freaking awful. Just awful. So I kind of liked her, you know. Nothing really like stood out to me about her except her promotion of various weirdo kind of companies. And that was always a thing. So that brings us to Kenza Cosmetics. So Marky is the first one I heard first one I saw that did a video on this. I absolutely love him. You guys have got to subscribe to him. Not like he needs me to give him a shout out, but it's so cool to see him like grow from like these videos. And I was just saying last night, I think it was, or the night before, that like these commentator channels, you know, like them and like Marky and like iNabber and Atozi and stuff, like they're infiltrating the beauty community, but they're coming out with like this amazing content. So I'm going to link Marky's videos down below because they are very in-depth and, you know, I'm just here to chit-chat and put makeup on, but he goes hard into everything, you know, so you can get the full scope. Now, this started out as just a video about Tana Mojo promoting Kenza Cosmetics because people were not getting their brushes. They advertised them as they were free brushes, but you had to pay shipping, so it was like $10. They also advertised that these were on sale, like these were free, but they were like $70 and upwards of that worth of quality. Crazy, right? So they're promoting these brushes. It was about Tana, you know, even though Marky had mentioned Gabbie. Essentially, after further digging, he found out people weren't getting their products. And he found out that actually, like, I think it was like their terms of service page or like their about me page said stuff about DVDs and CDs. It was like they just copied and pasted it from like some other company, which is really shady. And it was going to take 1 to 3 weeks to get stuff, then 3 months. And it was just a mess. So he did a video on it, and it was really great. So then everybody sort of, you know, went after Kenza Cosmetics, and Gabbie was involved in this because she has been promoting it. Now, she did make a video, which I'm glad that I waited to do this one so that I could do my response to that video. So she did a get ready with me, and in it she does talk about Kenza Cosmetics. My issue is that she sounded very, very condescending and had like this attitude like, if you're gonna buy something, then you should know about it. So she says that she does her due diligence when she does, you know, brand deals, and she's like, oh, you don't even know how many times I turn down brand deals because it's something I wouldn't use or wouldn't like, you know, whatever. And she said, but a lot of other people I saw promoting this company. So why not her? You know, if Tana's going to promote it, then it must be okay, right? And really, I think that Tana just doesn't give a shit, you know? I don't think Gabbie really does either, but she keeps trying to make it out to seem like she does. So in her video, she said that she asked for samples of the brushes because she was not going to just, you know, promote something that she wouldn't use or like wouldn't like, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. And in the video, she uses the brushes and they don't look like they have ever been used before. But my thing is that that's cool that you sent away for samples, but in none of her Snapchats, when she's doing the swipe up and all that kind of stuff to purchase these free brushes that aren't really free, I never saw her holding them. So when did she actually get her samples is what I'm wondering. And did she wait until they actually came so that she could do the video and be like, see, I had them in my hands. Even though nobody said that she didn't, that was towards Tana. But like, I kind of, I don't believe that she had them when she first started promoting this brand. There's like no doubt in my mind that she did not have her hands on different sets of these brushes to really have a clear idea of how, you know, good they were going to be, or when they were shipped to her, like how long it took, and that she really got to know the quality of them, and therefore was really kind of qualified to promote them and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe that. I believe that she finally got her brushes, or she did get them and just didn't really give a shit because they're free brushes. They're not free. You still had to pay $10 and people were not getting them. In her video, she constantly says, free brushes, free brushes, free brushes. No, they're not free. You're paying shipping. And in Marky's video, he gets into the whole difference between them and Amazon and all into the drop shipping stuff. So definitely check that out. But the way that she was acting was like, oh, you know, you should just know that, like, if you're gonna get something for free, that it might not be like that great of quality. But they're advertising it as though it is. Wrong. You are not allowed to have any type of returns, you know, or refunds or anything. So you're stuck with these brushes, some that didn't even come yet. So she's wrong about that because some of them didn't get their brushes yet. So she says that, like, she doesn't understand, like, everybody was like attacking her or something, and why people weren't, you know, saying, oh, hey, I got my brushes and stuff. People were, and they were posting pictures of how terrible they were, you know. And so Kenza gets into, like, threatening to sue people like Beauty Truth Sleuth and Marky, which is just ridiculous because none of them, either one of them, said anything about them that was not true or even defamatory. They just went and explained why what they were doing was illegal and why it was a scam, why it was wrong. And Gabbie never mentions any of these things throughout her video. She doesn't mention that, you know, how they were advertising them as this $70 to $100 quality for free, how they actually weren't free, how it was taking so long for people to get them. She mentioned, like, well, they're like a new company and they wanted to get rid of this stuff before this, you know, bullshit. So she also just totally ignored the fact of how, like, you couldn't get a refund, on the whole thing about the terms of service, or like their About Me that was about CDs and DVDs, products that they didn't even have. She didn't talk about a lot of things that people brought up. She was just like, how is this a scam? Are you kidding me? And I don't think, and it seems like she doesn't realize that a lot of her fan base is young. So of course they're gonna be like, I'm gonna swipe up and get these brushes. I'm gonna use my mom's credit card or something. So it's like, not everybody has like that. Not everybody is like a well-educated consumer. Like, she tried to make it out to be like we were all stupid if we were gonna get these brushes. I don't think that she ever held them in her hand whenever she said she did. I really think, like, she just got them and she's like, okay, now I'm gonna do a video to defend myself. And I thought she came off really bad. I'm actually gonna go in with this new e.l.f. eyeliner pen. You know how I fuck up my eyeliner all the time, but I did want to see how this would look. And Gabriel Zamora, he also posted a video about how this brand is a scam. So, I mean, she's acting like everybody's just after her about it, but it's not. Originally, nobody was even talking about her. Everybody was talking about Tana doing it. But since, you know, she put out this video, like, trying to defend what she did, I mean, she just made it so much worse. I mean, it's so bad. She comes off, like, so disingenuous. I don't really know if she really like believed that people would believe this crap, or how she could gloss over so many issues with this company, how she could talk about, she didn't talk about how they were threatening to sue people, you know, or that they can't advertise something like that, or whenever they were having a sale, they would be like, oh, right now it's 24 hours, you know, 24 hours is all you have to get your hands on these like free brushes, but every time you went to the page, it refreshed that time limit. That's also not okay. But she didn't mention any of those things. She kind of acted like we should all feel bad for her because people were kind of attacking her and that she does her due diligence and all this stuff. No, she didn't this time. Because like I said, I do not think that she ever had those brushes in her hand before she started promoting them. I think eventually she, you know, obviously she got them, but I don't think that she had them prior to that. Like she said, oh, I would never promote something that I wouldn't use or that I don't like, you know. This eyeliner is like dry already. Okay, well that totally messed it up. See, I can fix that with a little bit of shadow. So, I mean, every time you went back to this site, it would reset this sale timer, and that's also not okay. But she didn't mention any of that in her video. She acted like it was everybody else's fault, that, you know, that she's always really like researching brands and things like that. And obviously she didn't do it this time, you know. Let's see, I did write down some notes, but I don't think that I need them. But she was just talking about like how everybody's attacking her, nobody's defending her. But there were people kind of defending her. I mean, it's not like everybody was after her, because Tana's doing it too, and there are other people that are doing it. So it's not just her. But like I said, she definitely did not try all of these different brushes from this brand and decide that they were great and that she was going to promote them for us. And her just saying free brushes over and over and over again when they're not free. Oh, it was really irritating. Bye. Close that door, please. Oh, look what I did. This looks so much worse in person. But, so I think, you know, kind of like shame on her, you know? Shame on her for not doing the due diligence, but coming out like she did. Shame on her for not addressing all of the things that they were doing that led people to believe that they were a scam and things that they were doing illegally. Shame on her for lying, saying that she tried all these brushes and she probably, allegedly, my conspiracy theory, did not. And people, you know, she said people think that I just wanted to make like a quick buck, and that's not true. I think she did just want to make a quick buck. She's like, oh wow, this company's going to pay me this much to advertise these cheap ass brushes. Of course, that's, you know, I wouldn't put it past her is all I'm saying. And I think that, I would have more respect for her if she would just say that. Like, just come out and be like, you know, I thought since I saw other people doing it, it was cool. And now I realized from the videos, like really going into depth about this company, that I was wrong and I'm not going to promote them anymore. But the money's probably too good for her to pass up. That's what I think. I'm going into the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls. Highlight. Sorry, my husband has been in and out of this room while I'm filming, so he's kind of like getting me a little sidetracked. And Laddie's in here and he wants to go out there and he has to wait for me. I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry, hun. I'm almost done. I don't want this video to be like crazy, crazy long. I love how this looks minus the eyeliner. I think that the tip of this is just way too big for me to like work with, you know, and it's hard. It's very hard and it's just very long and it definitely like bleeds. Like I just touched it right there and it's like everywhere. Aside from that, I like the eyeshadow. I just don't like that part of it. So I don't think I'll be using this again. I might practice with it. Maybe I'll get better at it. I don't know. But so anyway, I'm going to go in with a little Smashbox contour. Just a little bit. I think that she lied. I just don't find her to be very genuine with that video, like, at all. You know, and if I were a fan of hers that, like, purchased these brushes and had to wait all of this time. Sorry, I think that's the ups man. Laddie, hey, Laddie boy, it's okay. I'm so sorry. He does have a really cute bark, though. Laddie, it's okay, babe. He could just be barking at my husband, who's going to take him out of the room right now and close the door for me. Thank you. He was barking at you. Can you close the door, please?
Yes.
This is what I was talking about in my video yesterday.
Sorry.
You can stuff your sorries in a sack.
I'm
not. Was he just barking at you, or is somebody here?
No, he was just barking at me.
Oh, okay. Don't let him back in here. Just, he can wait outside for me. It's not a big deal. I'm almost done.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
And I also just didn't like her attitude, how it came off like she was, like, blaming other people, like blaming the consumer for getting it, blaming people that, you know, that bought them and thought, oh, hey, this is like a great deal. They were not free. And when people pay for a product and they don't get it, there's an issue with that. And it wasn't until people started to make these videos on Kenza Cosmetics that people started to receive their products. There is something there that is very shady and wrong with this company. And it felt like she almost read like a script of what to say, because like it felt like she was very much defending this brand that she shouldn't be defending, you know. Just search them. You'll find reviews. You'll find the awful looking brushes that are all kinds of shedding and bad, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. I just think it was really shady of her. I did not like her attitude in the video at all. I'm going to go in with Wet n Wild Nudist Peach. So you guys let me know what you think about her video. So many people did so many good videos on it. Everyone from Marky to T-Spill to Beauty Truth Sleuth, whom I adore. And I just really felt like she came off very insincere, you know, and the brushes weren't free, which she kept saying they were. And she's kind of like, well, what do you expect for, you know, free brushes? But excuse me, like I said, they advertised that these were like the quality of like $70 brushes. That's the problem. She just seemed to ignore or gloss over like the real issues with this. And I'm sure we are going to see her promote other shady brands. She says that she always does her due diligence. She did not do it this time. And she should have been apologizing more for it than defending the company. That's how I feel about it anyway. So you guys let me know what you think. This is the finished look of kind of a mess. I'm going to go in again with the Peach Slay All Day. I'm sorry for the interruptions. Usually I do these videos after my husband leaves for work because he's so loud and he makes Laddie loud. But I had to do it now because I have a doctor's appointment today. So anyway, you guys let me know how you feel about her and the whole Kenza Cosmetics situation. I'm really glad that Gabriel Zamora spoke up about this. Maybe she needs to watch that video. I think that she saw a lot of videos that like tagged her or had mentioned her and just figured that everybody was like attacking her. You know what I mean? Sit there and watch stuff. It's okay to become self-aware, you know? So right now she's left a bad taste in my mouth. Not a fan. I'm not saying she's canceled. I'm not kind of like with that shit. But right now, like, I don't know. She can't really redeem herself. And I really think along with her singing lessons, she should get some acting lessons because her music videos are like, they make me like break out in tears from laughing so hard, especially this monster video. I'm sorry. She's not a very good actress. I don't know. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I just don't really dig her right now. I think that she's really shady. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. Again, sorry for the interruptions. And if you enjoyed this, subscribe if you feel like it. I'm going to leave my Twitter down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Love and hugs. Bye.